in the Pali canons, sometimes we find reference to Kula and Putta. So, when they are talking of Kula associated with a particular crafts group, it means that it talks about a family. And so, if someone is given the epithet Kula, then it means that the entire family was practicing that same crafts specialization. Therefore, we find that craft specialization and localization was very important right from the 6th century BC. We find that field archaeological material give us enough evidence of iron tools, iron implements. Therefore, we have iron edges, iron shaped plowshares from the different archaeological sites of No, Atranjikhera, Prahlhadpur, Patna, Rajgir and others, which are very important archaeological sites for the production of iron tools. Iron tools have also been found from the peninsular India in the context of megalithic culture. But it is important to note that when we are talking of the megalithic culture, we do not find iron plowshares there, and therefore perhaps the kind of urbanization that we find in the 6th century BC in the Ganga valley is not seen in the megalithic cultures of peninsular India, even though they have the use of iron implements. Another very important craft associated with daily life was that of the Combi Cara, that is the craft of the potter. Combi Cara was quite respected in the Pali canon, and therefore we find that even a Combi Cara whose name was Ghotikaro, he was a devout follower of Kassapa Buddha, and even though he was not very wealthy and he could offer Kassapa Buddha only rice and curry, Kassapa Buddha stayed in his place, in his house, and was very fond of him. He was very affectionate towards Ghotikara. Therefore, potters were, albeit they were having a low sippa, hina sippa, but they were having some kind of ritual status in the milieu of 6th century BC and even after that. Regarding field archaeology, we find that we have presence of exclusive, very beautiful pottery during this period coming from the urban centers, and we all know about the northern black polished ware, which was particularly evident from the Ganga valley and the regions around. From the 6th century BC to 3rd century BC, the geography of NBP potteries were found in the northwest India till Bihar region. Now, this kind of pottery, the northern black polished ware, is marked by a highly black polish, and it is termed as a deluxe pottery by many scholars. The reason of it being called a deluxe pottery is twofold. One, because when you find NBP in a context with other kind of potteries, for example the PGW, the painted grey ware, or the black and red ware, you find the number of NBP ware are much less than the other potteries. So, this completely well-made pottery with a fine lustrous polish was not used for daily usage or daily use. Otherwise, you would have got it in bulk from the archaeological sites. Another important factor why it is termed as a deluxe pottery and is always associated with urban centers is that we have evidence of NBP being repaired. This is very important because a pottery which has been broken is not thrown away. On the other hand, it is remanufactured, it is repaired, which suggests that it was a deluxe pottery and was important for the household. Thus, NBPW gives us enough evidence of the quality of a potter's craft. Combi Caras are also referred to in different literatures where we find their active presence in the social negotiations.